Well, you've seen our first guest perform in everything from Grey's Anatomy to Better Call Saul to Night Court, just to name a few. They bring double the comedy and double the fun to the stage, and they're bringing it back to Portland next week. We welcome back to AM Northwest actors, comedians, and podcast hosts, Jason and Randy Sklar. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
So you're coming back to Portland on the 18th, right? What's going on?
So we're doing a show at Polaris Hall, which we're very excited to play there. Super cool venue in Portland. I mean, who'd have thunk Portland would have a super cool venue? So, I mean, it's so cool. So we're gonna go there. One show, our buddy Sean Jordan, who's local to Portland, who's a great comedian. He does a great podcast called All Fantasy Everything. He's gonna be our feature act. It's just going to be a great show, and we always love coming back to Portland. So many great people here, friends we've developed over time just from doing shows in the city, and I just love the city so much. So, again, we've always said you guys deserve your own baseball team. You need a
That's so true. So true. Let me start, though, with you, Randy, to talk about your kids have been doing really well. Like, didn't Daisy just turn 20, and you had another get accepted? Yeah, tell me more.
So yesterday was a crazy day for me. So that's Daisy. She just turned 20 yesterday, but also, and that is a real mustache on her, I'm just going to say.
Yes, it is. That is real. That is a real mustache. Everyone in his family has one.
My other daughter, Georgia, just graduated from high school yesterday. So, that was a fun moment trying to navigate to almost teenage, one teenager, leaving teen years. Needing a day to be just about them and having the day to have to be about both of them.
Yeah.
That's fun as a parent to navigate that stuff, right? Nothing you do is right.
It's a minefield.
Well, let me talk to you, Jason, because didn't your daughter, you have a daughter and son, didn't your daughter get like a hole-in-one?
Oh, yeah. She got a hole-in-one.
Wow.
In a golf tournament, and I was filming. And to me, I might be the parent of the year. The fact that she got a hole-in-one on this hole from 100 yards out. I was filming. I might need to go into the Dad Hall of Fame. Although when I took the camera out, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing. I'm scrolling through Instagram. You do what you need to do." And she was like, "Do not film this." And of course, then I filmed it and I got it. And it was great. And then I screamed like a baby running to the hole to make sure that it literally is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen for me. So.
That's awesome. I saw too that you went on a class trip to Yosemite with the kids.
That was great. Getting to discipline other people's children. That was a blast for me. That was really, really fun. Yeah.
Okay, who did you have to discipline and why?
Well, it was funny, Jay, because you're like, I'm going to go on this trip with my kid and we're going to clear out the schedule and go for a few days. And then they're like, oh, no, you're not going to get to be with your kid. You're going to be with other people's kids.
So now I have these 4 kids, these 4 boys who I'm like, 11-year-old boys. They're like not feral cats, but they're like mountain cats that haven't been fed for a while. And so I'm like, I got to give you guys a name. If I yell out this name, then you guys have to respond to me because I don't know where you're going to be. And I'm like, what's a name of 4 things or 4 people? What is a name? And I came up with the Quad City DJs. I don't know if you remember them. Come on, ride that train. Ride it. So I just, in the middle of Yosemite, next to like the most beautiful nature, I'm just yelling, Quad City DJs, where are you?
That's awesome. That's awesome. And more good news, because Randy, wasn't Daisy just accepted to your favorite school? Oh, sorry.
Yes, Georgia was. Yeah, Georgia.
Georgia.
And they'll both be going there. Yeah, that was a great moment too. This is like my wife and Georgia. I'm wearing the same sweatshirt. Oh my God. I have other clothes, guys. Let's not get it twisted here. I have other clothes. But yeah, Georgia, she applied to like she applied to like 14 colleges. And I was like, okay, as soon as you get into Michigan, if you get into Michigan, like let's shut it down. But she like kept wanting.
But also now Oregon in the Big Ten. So Michigan got spanked by Oregon last year. So now we have to contend with like great teams from the Pacific Northwest as Michigan fans. It's like it wasn't bad enough that we had to face Ohio State and Penn State every year. Now we have Oregon and Washington and USC. It's crazy.
But But the flip side is we live in LA, so we're gonna get, teams coming out here and playing out here, so we'll get a chance to see them.
Are you guys like Michigan royalty? Because it's a big deal, right?
So we were honorary captains on the That's Us as honorary captains for what, so we got to like watch the coin flip. We didn't call the coin flip, but we won, like Michigan won the coin flip when we were out there, and we took credit for it because
We will take credit for that. Yes, we
you're
will.
welcome. You're welcome. All right. Can we do more for this school? But that was a great moment. That was a great moment. They announced our names, and like there was, I'm going to describe it as a smattering of applause.
Yes, a light golf clap from 100,000 people, and we took it.
We took it and we loved it and we embraced it. And then we got to tell one joke in front of like 110,000 people. So we were on the microphone in between, like in a break, and we're like, all right, we're going to throw out these t-shirts to the student section. We're like, we're going to throw these t-shirts out. And these are t-shirts that definitely you're going to push over a 7-year-old girl to get. And definitely you're never going to ever wear it. But here we go. They threw it out and there was laughter. I mean, to hear 100,000 people laugh, like it's just a remarkable
It was
thing.
awesome.
Oh,
It was
that's got
awesome.
to be the best. But also, what's got to be cool is Keanu Reeves. You were hosting an event, like visual visual effects.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So this was amazing. So we're hosting this thing, and it's at the Beverly Hilton, which is where they do
They do the Golden
Globe.
Globes. The Golden Globes.
Oh.
Yeah.
1,200 people, same room. We're hosting this event, and we're going through rehearsal, and they're like, "Okay, so you're going to introduce Keanu Reeves." And I thought, "Okay, I have an idea for literally the dumbest bit ever. We're going to do this. It's going to be so stupid." When's he getting here? And they're like, he's getting here like 10 minutes beforehand. So you can pitch him this bit that you want to do backstage.
Backstage.
So Jay and I are backstage with Keanu Reeves. We don't know. Is he going to be a nice guy? Is he going to be cool or not? So we come backstage and we said, hey, man, of course, like everybody else, we love you. You are literally the greatest. We have this dumb idea for a bit. And we pitched it to him. He said, okay, so Jay, you can describe the bit.
So we get out on stage and we introduce him, and this is a visual effects society.
Yeah.
Visual effects have been part of the Matrix and the movies that he's made. He's a star in that world. He's a star in every world, but the applause was so thunderous. I mean, it was the greatest. Like, it was seriously an unbelievable. It was like if Chappell Roan showed up on like Santa Monica Boulevard in LA, right? And the place goes crazy. We stay on stage awkwardly standing about 4 feet behind him to the right. And he keeps looking back at us. And we're like, hey, sorry, don't want to be weird. Would it be weird if we asked for a picture? I mean, when are we going to be around Keanu Reeves again? This is a big deal. Like, and he's like, no, sure, let's do a picture. And so I give him my phone. And he goes to take a selfie with us and him. We're like, oh, no, no, no. We meant you take a picture of us on stage. Take a picture of us.
And he got down low and he took an amazing picture of the two of us. We're like, this
I'm
guy
like,
can
wait,
do-
are you also a cinematographer? You're like good at taking photos too.
Like, who
It
is
was
this guy?
amazing.
There's nothing he can't do. And then we took the selfie with him, the three of us on stage. And we were and huge laughs, super fun. That was him taking the selfie with us. Could not have been a better dude. And of course, like, you get backstage at these things and everybody's pretty respectful to other people's space, especially
Yeah.
if they're a big star or whatnot. He was the one guy where everybody, no matter who they were, like working actors, bigger stars, were coming up to him and saying hi. So like you really understand where people are in the pecking order of
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood when you see someone like that. But I just love that he went with 5 minutes before he goes on. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. And he was great.
Another great guy. We love him here on AM Northwest, Stephen Tobolowsky. You've worked with him.
great.
Tell me, isn't he awesome to work with?
He's the best.
I love him. First of all, did he tell you that he's psychic?
Oh, you got to ask him about that next
Fast as
time.
He was
Oh, yeah.
like, this is us and him in Wild Hogs. He told us, he was like, I'm psychic. And we're like, what? And he's like, I don't want these powers. And then when he said, I don't want these powers, I believed him. He's like, yeah, no, I get visions and they come true. And we're like, what are you talking about? Oh,
What are you
that's
talking
crazy.
about? But he was a wonderful actor with so much experience. You see him in everything. And there's a reason he keeps getting hired because he is wonderful to have on set, super fun to hang out with. And when we shot Wild Hogs, we were kind of in Albuquerque at really Santa Fe, New Mexico for off and on for 7 weeks. And when he was around, we just spent time with him and spent time with him on the set. I mean, the craziest thing on that set is, is John Travolta and Martin Lawrence and Tim Allen and Bill Macy and Ray Liotta, may he rest in peace. And it was an unbelievable set. And I'll never forget the time that Martin Lawrence brings his daughter to the set, and we're sitting in the area called Video Village, which is where the monitors are. So
Right.
it's away from the action where the director sits and producers and whatnot. And John's sitting on a director's chair. We're like, and Marissa Tomei is sitting like right next to us too. And John is sitting there, and Martin Lawrence brings his daughter over and says, this is my daughter, and introduces, and John Travolta is so nice. And he's like, Martin says to John, do it, John, do it. And sitting in the chair, full-throated singing, he sings, I got chills, they're multiplying. And he sings it all the way up to It's Electrifying. I'm telling you, Marissa Tomei, Oscar winner Marissa Tomei, screamed like she was a 13-year-old girl. We were all freaking out. We're like, this is the guy from... I mean, you understand that it's Travolta, but
Yeah.
in that moment, you're like, this is the guy from...
Oh no, he was the guy who sang it.
Yeah.
He was the guy who originally sang that
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
And
How,
We were
what
just
a
having
great
one-
thing.
That was a great moment. Great moment.
Awesome. We want to tell everyone the Sklar brothers are performing one night only next Wednesday, June 18th at the Polaris Hall in North Portland. We'll have more information for you on that on our website at katu.com. Thank you both so much.
I love
thank
seeing
you, Portland.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.